UFC 295, man. Prochazka versus Pereira. Man, I have been looking forward to this fight. And I know that tonight was supposed to be John Jones versus Stipe.
Mm-hmm.
And then this was supposed to be the co-main event, if I remember correctly.
Yep.
And you know what? Even though this was moved into the main event, we lost that other fight. I'm not mad at it, bro, because we got a couple of absolute warriors going at it. This
I mean, look at
was
this picture.
I mean, you got a samurai versus Boatan straight from the Brazilian Amazon, bro. Come on.
Yeah, it's crazy, dude.
I
This is
know.
like a Mortal Kombat fight, you know?
Is this one of the best face-offs ever?
It probably
It's
it
up there.
probably is. It
It's
probably
up
is.
there. You know.
You know.
But you got Jiri Prochazka making his comeback after he had his shoulder surgery. You know, he relinquishes the belt. He says, "Hey, I don't want to be holding up the title. I can come back, fight, and get my title back. Respect to him." And then you got Alex Pereira, man, who went into middleweight, takes out Israel Adesanya, loses the title there, and then says, "You know what? Your boy be dropping too much weight." So he
Yeah.
steps up, right, to light heavyweight, still coming in looking massive, by the
Dude,
way.
so big.
How is he making 185, dude? I don't understand.
Yeah, that's like the common thread now is how did he do it? Because
I don't know.
he looked way bigger than Yujiri. And like, we talked about it, Samurai Warrior with Yujiri, uh Alex Pereira, the tribal,
Tribal
like the
warrior.
paint, the headdress, all that stuff, so cool. Dude, the walkout was so intense. They both have crazy walk. They're not just listening to like random songs, you know.
No,
It's like tribal music and like gnarly guitar and like drums and stuff for Yidri. And it's like, and they're
they're
just
both going
walking
to
out.
war, dude.
Yeah, they're going to war. You know it's gonna deliver. And then they get to the cage and they're just staring each other down. The best mixed martial arts stare down still probably Wanderlei versus Krokop, right? Back in Pride. But
Mm.
dude, for UFC, this stare down was insane, dude. It was so tense.
Was it the movie Troy where Brad Pitt like goes out there, right, and he gets that arrow and he takes down that massive dude with the arrow? But it's like the old days where you have like this civilization, right? And you have this civilization,
Yeah.
they're like, hey, here's my best, dude. Where's your
Yeah.
best? All right, let's have him go at it, and this is gonna decide like which one of
Um,
our and this is it, dude. Like
yeah.
do absolute
It's
warriors going
crazy,
at it.
dude.
And then with
And
Alex
then
Pereira, dude, when he does the little arrow thing and he releases and he
yeah.
just fucking screams, dude. I'm like, oh, you know,
Yeah.
it's so intense. But then you have Pereira that's in there. EG walks into the octagon, and the way that they don't take their eyes
Dude.
off of each other from the moment that they're both in there
Yeah,
was
it's
so
terrifying.
intense, man.
Yeah,
So intense.
it was so good, dude, to the point where the commentary crews just crack they're just laughing. They're like, "This is crazy." They're just staring at each other, and
Can
you
you
can tell the
imagine being
camera
there,
crew,
dude?
yeah, and you could tell the production team's like, get the camera on Yudri." He's just staring at him. Just get the camera on him. And they're like, "Hey, but Pereira also, just get the camera on him." And they just kept switching back and forth between them as they're doing the
Dude,
announcement. It was
there's
crazy.
this amazing shot, which I wish they had a picture of, but you have Yuji Prohaska, right, and the camera's behind him, and in front of him,
Oh,
you
you can
see
see him in
Bruce
the back.
Buffer
Yeah,
that's screaming, and behind him, you just see
he's just
Alex Pereira just stoic, dude,
so
staring him
gnarly.
down. Oh my god, it was amazing. So
And look at
then,
Mark Goddard
and
in
then
this
after
picture.
that,
Yeah, look at
yeah,
Mark
dude,
Goddard
what are
just
you
like,
doing?
"Yeah, I'm here to fuck this whole thing up. Just wait."
But the crazy thing is that after all that we just talked about, they actually fought. And so you
Yeah,
have like, dude, and Yuji comes in, man. He's looking loose. And the thing that I've always loved about Yuji is that he's so unpredictable, man. Like he's coming in
yeah,
like
he's
different angles
dropping.
from a weird angle, and after he drops, he comes up with like an uppercut. And the thing is
That
that
was such a good
everybody
feint.
knows, yes, yeah, dude, so good. Everybody knows that he is so wild, right? And
Mhm.
so, well, I shouldn't say wild because he's in control, right? Like he's in
Yeah.
control, but his style might seem a little wild compared to a lot of just regular orthodox fighters. And then when he's doing this, like you just don't know what he's gonna throw, so you have to react
Yeah.
to everything. So no
Well, not
matter what
just
it is that he
that.
was fainting,
Mhm.
Pereira was
Yeah, but
reacting.
and not just that. Well, real quick, Blunderbub, shout out Blunderbub, hopping in late
Hey,
night.
Blunderbub.
It wasn't enough that Game Bread was terrible, but now you guys gotta rub it in with this Game Bread FC. But
I
yeah,
love
like,
it.
specifically because everybody knows Alex Pereira, he hasn't been grappling forever. Kickboxing champ, glory champion, came over to MMA. He's shown improvements in his ground game and defensive grappling, but it's still, if you're going to find a weak spot, that's it.
He
It
trains
still
with
is.
Glover.
Yeah, but it's getting better. But that's
Yeah.
the path. That's the best path you have. If you can
Yes.
grapple, if you're fighting
Path
him.
of least resistance.
Exactly. So with Yiri coming in and he's dropping like that, he's feinting takedowns, and
Yeah.
Pereira has to react because his skill set isn't quite there yet. He needs to be there quick, which is why the uppercut off that feint of the takedown is so good. That drop step to an uppercut is there because he's reacting to a takedown. But you know what else is there? Those leg kicks.
Oh,
Every
dude,
time
yes.
Yuri is ducking and dropping, he's planting on that leg. That's what's happening, right? So he just throws that leg kick so effortlessly, and you can tell it's tearing him up. And it's, dude,
I
his
think it was
the whole
three
side of
kicks
his leg
in,
was,
and you could see
yeah,
Idri was screwed on that leg.
not stoked, not
Yeah.
happy about
Yeah.
it.
Not at all, dude. Not at
Yeah.
all. But the kick is so quick, and it doesn't look like he's putting very much behind it. Like you see in
Mhm.
Edson Barbosa when he throws that kick, and he
And
just
he
like
turns it in.
winds up, dude, and he turns into
Yeah.
it. With him, he's just like whack, just like.
Well,
But it looks like it's heavy. It's
what's so
heavy.
good, so you think about, like, if you're Alex Pereira, everybody knows the best thing you got is that left hook, right? The lead left hook. He's orthodox, and the way you want to throw that is you almost want. I mean, there's a leaping left hook, but there's also the check left hook, which is you draw them in, you step back with your right leg, step back and turn over with the left hook. So what he can do is he does a really good job. He did this more in Glory, kind of, where he'll throw the rear leg high kick. He'll throw that a lot, even if it's not to land. And as he brings it back down, he uses that as the step back to throw the left hook. So
Mm,
you're thinking about the left high kick, you have to block it because it
yeah.
still kicks hard. You have to block it. And then as he's stepping back down, he's throwing that left hook. It's such a good two-piece combo. But then you think about the way he throws this low kick with the same leg as the high kick, and like you said, he doesn't turn into it. It's almost like he kicks up into your shin, and it's the same as bringing his leg up to a high kick. So it's like, is he throwing a high kick? Is he throwing a low kick? And when he throws the low kick, he steps back. It's the same thing to cork that left hand, that left hook. It's such a good game. It's like, it's not one dimensional. It's, people think, oh, the left hook's not get him through the MMA rankings, but dude, it's not just a left hook. The way he sets it up with these low kicks and the high kicks that look the same, so you don't know which one it is. Like, it's a really, really good game.
Yeah.
Shout out to Blunderbub. Says also this time slot works great for me if you're thinking about changing it up. It is midnight for Ramiro right now.
Yeah, your boy is sleepy. I'm
Yeah,
old. So,
Regent says late night breakdown and over covering eyes. I'm here for it. I think that's a
uh,
emoji that doesn't get shown. but yeah, so that's kind of like the onset of the fight, right?
Regen says 1 a.m. for me. He's still here though. Love it.
Hey, shout out Regen.
I know, dude.
Um,
He's a real one.
yeah, and
Babies must be asleep.
yeah, exactly.
Good time. Good time.
And usually, like I said, it wasn't just the faking of the takedown; it's faking of level changes, but it's also off to the side. You don't really want to feint left and right against a left hooker, right? Because you might feint right into that left hook. Um, but he's just doing a good job being so unpredictable. His rhythm is so unorthodox. Um, it's a fun matchup. It's such a fun matchup, and it was great because the leg kicks were there for Alex, and he was chewing them up. And then just when it started seeming like, hey, you just got to do something here. He can't just keep eating these leg kicks. And he gets in on the single leg, and he gets him up against the
Mm,
fence, and he takes him down, and he pounds him out a little bit. Lands a couple elbows, nothing too crazy, right? But it was good. It was good. Um,
yes, dude. And now,
and now you're
and
like,
it
great.
just
It's not one way traffic anymore. We got to fight.
yeah.
You know,
Go
that's
ahead.
what I thought. No, that's what I'm
Oh,
saying.
okay,
Because
okay.
at that point, because at that point, usually wasn't landing too much, right? But Alex was chewing up that leg, and it looked like it was kind of like it was going. It was a downward trend for Yidri at that point. He gets the takedown. He lands some good elbows. Then we're like, great. It's not one sided. The first round ended. Most of the scorecards said Yidri won it despite his leg getting chewed up, and it was like, all right, what do we got here? Round two,
But by the way, Pereira coming in the favorite to this. It seems like minus 115.
Mhm.
Prohaska plus 100.
Yeah, long layoff for
So
Yidri.
yeah,
Pereira's been fighting the best of the best in the meantime.
yes. So once a The other thing I thought about with this fight, right? Prochazka has shown he can get caught.
Mhm.
We saw it against Dom Reyes. Those
Yeah,
flash
the up
knockouts,
kick.
the recovery's crazy. Poatan
Saw
Pereira
tonight too, maybe? Hmm? Mhm.
shows that he's also shown he can get caught. Right? We saw it against Izzy.
And here he is getting
Um,
caught in
and he
this
got
picture.
caught. And so the thing is, he gets caught here, but your boy's still dangerous, man. Like all it takes is one shot from this guy. But Yidri came in like a straight samurai that he is. I was just like, I'm gonna try to put this guy out real quick,
But he
dude.
did a good job of, like, stuttering, right? He wasn't just going left, right, like so many
And
people,
again,
you know?
because he has that unorthodox style of fighting,
Mhm. That
Pereira
rhythm.
has to react to everything.
Yeah, yeah.
So he's like stutter steps in
He's like,
and like he
"My left hook now? Can I throw the left hook now?"
yeah. Dude, it's just so good, man. It was
But
just such a fun chess match.
yeah, and eventually Yudri backs him up against the fence again with some big right hands, and to the point where Alex looks like he's kinda like when you have that, like, gaze where you're almost like you can see them kinda looking past the opponent, and
Deer
they're
in headlights.
fighting. Yeah, not so much deer in headlights. We'll cover that in the Mackenzie Dern fight, but not so much deer in headlights, but almost just like a glaze over it, and you're just kind of like nothing's in focus probably for them, but
Autopilot?
they're still fighting. Yeah, probably autopilot a little bit.
Okay.
Um, and then you just going in for the kill, but he's not reckless. Like you said, he's herky jerky. He's fainting still. It looks really good. But then Alex hits him with that right hook, and he knocks him into his left hook. And you're like, oh no. And Yudri immediately feed her out. Feed her out. He's on his knees. He goes for a double leg. Alex switches, hits him with some hammer fist, gets the head to the side, hammer fist, goes Travis Brown elbows while
Oh,
Yudri's up
those were
against him.
nasty.
Yudri drops to a knee, and you're like, no. Or at least me, I was like, no. And then and then he almost falls back, and you're like, oh no, here we go. And they fall back, and Alex is in mount, and then Mark Goddard's like, that's it. Oh, here's a left hook. But
Beautiful
and
combo,
then
by the way.
yeah, it was great. And then Mark Goddard's like, he's out. I need to stop this. And then in the scramble of Alex falling forward over him because Mark's stopping it, Yudri spins over, goes to turtle position, and he's like, "Huh, where is he?" And then it's over, and you're like, "Shucks." A little
Yeah.
bit of a downer on that one. I'm not gonna lie. And look, obviously, I'm a massive Yudri fanboy. You know, we got the glove, we got the signed glove. Was hoping when I bought it, it was going to be a two-time champ signature. Still think it's
Oh,
possible. Um, Regen says good stuff from Alex, but early stoppage for me personally. Um, look, Yizri is a straight up savage. He's a straight up martial artist. They interviewed him after the fight, and he said, "Looking back on it, I see like why it was stopped. I was hurt there, and maybe I was a little bit out there." And everyone's going to point to that and see like it was a good stoppage. Even Yidri said so.
yeah.
I think he's very humble, very respectful, not trying to take anything away from Alex.
It's a
I still
samurai
think
way.
it wasn't a great stoppage. There's
Look,
you know,
and also, how does Glover get Pineda up on his shoulders? Jeez, dude.
Glover's so strong, dude. You know,
He's got that old
anybody who
man strength.
anybody who can make a career towards the end of their career and go to that overhand to takedowns combos where you just shuffle in and you throw that overhand like Glover and Francisco Trinaldo and Alexei Olenek, like those types of guys, you know those dudes are just strong as hell, dude.
Regen says, I just want to go back to the Frankie Edgar Gray Maynard days. One of the best fights.
One of the best fights. The second one
Yeah.
is just
Yeah.
all-time classic.
I
But
just want to go
I
back
mean,
to the Mario Yamasaki days. You know what I mean?
Mario Yamasaki, I mean, we had some earlier in this card with the Mackenzie Dern fight. She got dropped like 3 times, and we're
Uh,
like, "Let it roll." But in a championship fight against a guy who I mean, I get it. In the split when he
and
fell
look,
back,
dude,
it
the
probably
thing is
looked
that we
really
just
bad if you're Goddard, you
the
know?
thing is that we just don't know, and that's the part that sucks because let's be
Yeah.
real here, dude. You have Alex Pereira that fell into mount on top of you when you're
Yeah.
dazed already.
Mhm.
And I don't know if you saw, but Yidri's initial reaction was his arms went up,
Mhm.
and like
I think he was still
Alex
playing I think he was playing
Maybe,
off his back a little bit. I think not
maybe,
playing like
or
playing possum. I mean, I think he was playing like
he's like
jujitsu. Like
he's
it
like,
was
"Watch
jujitsu.
me trick this guy right now. I'm gonna eat a couple shots. He's gonna think I'm
Yeah,
out.
yeah, no.
Then I'm gonna make my move."
This wasn't a
No,
Verdum, but
what I'm saying is maybe. We just don't know, and
in
that's the
hind
part that
look,
sucks, dude.
hindsight's 2020. When you see it back and you see as soon as Pereira, what Yuji probably thought was happening was Pereira fell forward with the momentum, and he created and thought he created a scramble because you see him spin over to turtle position onto his knees and like try to like follow through with that, but it didn't
But
look
he
like
was also
someone
able to
reaching.
spin into turtle very easily because he was
No,
pulling
no, I'm
Alex
just
off
saying,
of him, and
but
so
that
but
means
that's
that
what I'm
he's
saying
not
is
unconscious, is what I'm saying.
it's so it's just we just don't know. That's the part
Yeah,
that sucks. We just
yeah.
don't know because I still think that Alex probably finishes him.
I don't know. I don't know. I'm probably biased, but I don't think so. I think Yidris crafty, man. He's crafty in a scramble like that. I think he, dude. Look, you watch the war with Glover Teixeira. Do you think Alex has a better top game than Glover Teixeira? There's no way, right? So like we've seen him in the past go through dog fights, hit sweeps, hit reversals. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, just
it's
like
a
against Dom
championship
Reyes.
fight.
Yeah,
Exactly. Dominic Reyes against Glover Teixeira. I mean, the Glover Teixeira fight was a back and forth banger where he was gonna lose, but ended up choking him out. You know,
yeah.
it's just it sucks to leave it with like a little bit of a bitter taste. But um, Regent says,
Regens.
I think we
Yeah,
got robbed of the greatest main event war of all time.
exactly. You know what?
That's what
We're
sucks, dude.
talking here about Yuji Prochazka. Really, we're the losers. You know,
Yeah,
we lost out, dude.
we
Now we
lost
don't
it.
know.
Yeah.
Run it back. Run it back.
Well, they'll do Pereira versus Jamal Hill probably, right? I don't know what the timeline is for Jamal Hill, but I'm sure he'll get a title shot immediately when he comes back. Maybe you do this one back. I don't know what the timeline. He tore his Achilles, right?
Dude, just
Jamal
run it
Hill,
back. Yeah,
Achilles, dude, he needs some time.
playing basketball, wasn't it?
Yeah, in like a pickup game with like a bunch
Yeah,
of other
just
UFC
go.
fighters.
That's awesome, dude.
Yeah,
That's awesome. All right,
pretty common injury in basketball, huh? Achilles. I feel like most of the Achilles injuries I hear
football,
about are basketball.
basketball. Yeah, it
Yeah, I don't
happens.
know.
Yeah,
Happens to
but
the best of them, huh?
yeah, what a main event! Congratulations,
Yeah,
parabéns, as they say, parabéns,
it's a great fight
Boatan.
while it lasted.
See,
Fun stuff happening in there.
all right,
Two-time
man.
champ, two-division champ, Alex
Two
Pereira,
division champ,
two-sport
dude.
champ, kickboxing, UFC. I mean, it's crazy. And he calls out Adesanya. I don't really want to see Adesanya at light heavyweight. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I think he just doesn't want to end it like that. You know that
Did he say
that
come to daddy?
rivalry. He did say, "Come to daddy."
God damn. Those two, man. That's dark, dude.
Dude, I can watch this like 10 times. You know, like Adesanya versus
Yeah.
Pereira.
Yeah.
I
No,
can watch
100%.
it over and over
100%.
again. Yeah.
Blunderrub says, if you want to feel better about it, watch that game bread card and watch some refs who I'm not sure were even watching the fight. That Jason Knight, oh my god, dude, versus
The lip.
was it Randy Costa? That fight could have been stopped like 3 or 4 times, and the refs were just like,
We
why
needed
couldn't
that
those
ref.
refs be here?"
We need that ref for this fight.
Yeah,
All right.
seriously.
Anything else on the main event?
No, I'm very excited to see Yidri back in action, though. I'm so glad he's back. One of the most exciting fighters in the sport. Pereira is now a champ. I cannot wait to see him
Another
go
one of the
through
most
some of these
exciting fighters in the
guys.
sport.
Yeah, it's like there's no boring fights. What happened to light heavyweight? There was a lull there when John Jones made it a wasteland, and then anytime a dominant champ leaves, eventually it kind of like regrows. You know, it's like Chernobyl or something. You know,
But dude, the thing about Alex, he's just the epitome of he's got a puncher's chance.
always, always.
Always.
And
And it's
as
there.
time goes on, that grappling's only gonna get better. It's only gonna get better. People needed to
It's very
capitalize on
true.
that early, and it might be a little too late. Maybe someone like Ankalaev, gets him out of there.
Yeah.
But why are we gonna do that? We got Jamal Hill. We got a rematch with Yidri.
Hey everybody, Ramiro and Will here. Thank you so much for watching that short clip. It's just a small clip of what we covered this last Sunday.
Yeah, if you want to check out the full fight card recap, the link is in the description, and it's going to be on screen at the end here. Don't forget to go back and watch our fighter interviews that we have. And don't forget to tune in live every Sunday morning at 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 p.m. Eastern, and you can join in on the fun.
Yeah, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. It goes a long way. All right, everybody, thanks for watching that short clip from Story of the Fight.